Hello, I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. So today's topic, I'm going to be making a pause as for based on what I had done yesterday for a video of a live scene based upon the stalker that has been stalking me and has done this to several others, from what I understand. So, again this morning he was messing with me. He looked around the corner and came down my way, and then he tries to walk across the street acting as though, he's the good one, and that's because he knew I was recording him. Then he tried to record me to make me out look like I was the bad one again. Because he did the same exact thing to the previous person that he had stalked before me. So, what's another problem as to why this is continuing? That's right, the gossiping crews here at this apartment complex. Huge problem. Even the victim herself said that, she doesn't like what they do because, they spread gossip about her when it was happening to her. Because what does an abuser do? They want to make the victim out to be as though they're the ones that are nuts or are bad. That's exactly true. And abuse is a pattern, and it can pan out the same way as it does in any type, as I've proven with the bullying incidents and my 3 Saholics. That's exactly what happens here. Those gossiping crews enable, encourage, and engage in this abuse, and it continues to happen because they're spreading lies about me now, and I know they are. They're exactly the same, with the other, people that had been victimized and harmed by others based upon these, gossiping clans. And that's exactly what the stalker did. He went over to the gossiping crew right after, he started, messing with me and, laughing and pointing and whatnot. And, these people, even the onlookers, one woman said, when I said, stay away from those gossips, and, it's like, if you believe it, then, you're pretty dumb. Well, I can't help but listen. Walk away. Don't get involved. Even the onlookers, even if you don't say anything, you're a part of the problem as to why the abuse continues. And, this person seems pretty nice to me, and it's sad that she's a follower as to where she goes along with it. Because if you can't beat them, join them. That's exactly what happened with the person who came to me to tell me that she was being stalked by the same person. She ended up hanging out with the gossiping clan. If you can't beat them, join them. That's exactly what she did, because out of fear, she might as well, hang out with them, because there's more of them against her than, she has on her side. Even though I'm on her side, there's only a couple of us. Just like my friend Michaela had told me, is that there's very few people on her side in the courtroom against her offender who had a bunch of people supporting him. That's exactly true, and that happens to many victims, because there's people out there that are, total assholes, as I'll call them, and they're part of the abuse, and that's exactly why abuse continues. So those gossiping clans, one of them recently told me, when I talked about the gossiping that they do, they said, well, I have nothing better to do. Well, yeah, you're really benefiting yourself, Yet, I'm sure this same person would be against abuse, yet they're enabling it to continue. What great lives they have, spreading gossip about people. I know they're spreading gossip about me based upon what I've been through and lies and whatnot to make me out like I'm the bad person. Well, you know what? The next victim is going to have the same problem as me because of people such as them, and it's going to continue happening, and they're a huge reason why it does. So... Yeah, to those gossiping crews in this apartment complex, you are a huge problem. And to the people that engage in it and encourage and enable it, that's right, you're a huge problem as to why abuse continues in all areas. So if you're going to sit there and be a hypocrite and state how you'd help a victim and do whatever you can to help them get out of their situation, well, you know what? You're a hypocrite and you're lying, because you are a part of the reason why they are still in that situation and why many victims find it hard to escape the abuse. Look at myself with the stalker. I had to call the police 3 different times, and there's not much they can do because I can't record all the time. I had to record last night for my own safety. And I'm actually going to get pepper spray. And if that person comes near me again, I'm going to spray him, period. And I already let the sergeant know that. So finally, sergeant had stepped in because I want this to stop. This has been reported by other people and it has gone to management. This guy shouldn't even be living here anymore, period. So I really hope to make a change, not really for just myself, it's for everybody. I mean, I want to stop this guy from continuing to harm other people. It is unacceptable, and I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to be that, average victim that he's had in the past that's just going to sit there and take it and be afraid of him. I'm not going to do that. That's where I'm going to be a different kind of victim. I want to help even future victims from this happening again to them. And again, to those gossiping, bullying clans, go get a life, because you're nothing but problems and you cause more problems and you are a part of that abuse. So I'm gonna stop right there, and I hope that people actually learn from what I've been going through in order to prevent it from happening in the future, and also have a better understanding as to how people are involved and encouraged, engaged, and enable in the abuse to continue happening to not just the current victim, but to more victims in the future. So think about that next time before you become a part of why abuse continues and happens more often and more frequently. Society is a part of that problem too, and we need to take steps in order to resolve that problem. I'm Shelley Rothus, and I'm a different kind of victim. See you next time.